Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Deck Diaries with me, Irresistible, and I'm super excited to share with you guys today one of my favorite presentations I've made this year. It's for the one, the only, Sam Horn, author of Pop and the founder of the Intrigue agency. Sam is an international best-selling author and speaker. She's done 2 TEDx talks that I know about on YouTube, one of which I've created some slides for you today to show you what I would have done if we'd worked together. And I always start with a color scheme. And when I'm working with a speaker, I want to create a color scheme that really represents the speaker's personality and their overall brand style. And you will have heard the word personal branding, but I think when you go out to speak, your slide should mirror you as a speaker. And I often ask speakers, what's your favorite color? What colors encourage you to feel confident when you are out about in your day? And sometimes it's just what people are wearing. And I noticed Sam has very colorful outfits. She was wearing purple here, and on this other TEDx talk she did at South Lake, she's wearing a multicolored top. I noticed the pink hair, and also she had a very funky hat, and she's very intriguing as a person, which is what this talk's about. It's about intrigue and how to create interest and connect with anyone. So just for context, this was another presentation slide I saw on the other TEDx talk at South Lake, and I just wanted to give you a kind of overview of here. This is a slide that I've seen Sam present on stage, and I wanted to show you how the before and after of what this slide looks like to what I could create. So here's the intro slide, which has got the title of the presentation, and in the talk Sam opens up with this quote from Carrie Fisher, that instant gratification takes too long, and then she goes into a 2-minute story about the Maui Writers Conference. And at that conference she knows somebody there, a lady who tells her that she's just seen her dreams go down the drain, and that's because she couldn't pitch her idea to a decision maker, and she couldn't get across the details of what her book, I think it was a book, was about that she'd worked on for 3 years. And in the talk Sam talks about that decision makers decide in 60 seconds if they're interested or not, and how to tell. It's all about the eyebrows. And she said that confused people don't say yes, and what we want to do is we want to create intrigue, and we want to spark curiosity in our pitches, in our elevator pitches, and in our business when we talk about what we do. And she said when our eyebrows are raised, we're curious, we're interested, we're excited. But when our eyebrows are furrowed, we're confused, we're frustrated, and possibly even angry for wasting time. And she mentions another author who talks about a 2-word phrase about the key to life, which is to only connect. And I love this idea of connection, because when we're in school, we're not taught how to connect and communicate about what we care about. And I'm just going to go full screen because I like this slide. I love making presentations that have bold typography. Don't be scared to make your slides stand out. Don't have small type on the slide. Design for the back of the room. If you can't view it from afar and you can't make out the text, then the text is too small. You want to use 72 point or above in PowerPoint, Keynote, or in Google Slides. Make it punchy, make it bold, make it pop, as is the title of Sam's book. And in the talk she talks about this 8-step intrigue process, and I wanted to kind of visualize what that would look like. And it's actually the word intrigue broken down. So we start with intrigue, which is your intro, and in the intro you need 60 seconds to begin your intro with eyebrows up, and it's all about making the person raise the eyebrows in curiosity. And we can do that by asking did you know questions. So did you know about this? And we can also get the person to imagine and use their imagination. Imagine if. Tell me what you do that people can see, smell, taste, or touch, making that connection to the real world and experiences that we all have. And in order to spark that curiosity with somebody, and again in the presentation I've tried to use purple and yellow to connect to the main brand colors that I came up with for Sam, and that's what you should look for in your own imagery. And she talks about this idea of asking a 3-part question. So asking, you know, if you had a family member or anybody you know experience something related to what you do. So in my case, rather than just say I help people create interesting, engaging presentations, I might say, do you know somebody who's ever presented at a conference before, and did they find themselves a bit worried or stressed about presenting on stage? Well, what I do is I help people like your friend feel more confident about presenting on stage with impactful presentation slides. So again, it's making that connection. It's really, really good advice. I absolutely love this talk by Sam. That's why I wanted to create these slides for it, just for my own personal fun as well. And this is the real core takeaway of Sam's message from the talk, the big idea, or the key takeaway as we call it in presentations. And at the end of the presentation, you always want to leave the audience either with a question or the big idea. And in Sam's cases, if we want to succeed, we must intrigue. And I think that's so critical to when we network and when we connect with people. We want to make that connection, not just tell people what we do. And at the end of any presentation, you want to close strongly with a call to action slide, rather than end with thank you, which is a complete no-no in my book. Don't do it, people, please. Don't have thank you for listening. It's a useless slide. You can say thank you to the audience, but I want you to end your presentation with a question. And in Sam's case, it was ready to be intriguing. Discover more ways to captivate and connect, and you could link to your website, have a QR code that people can scan. I usually use a QR code, but in this case for Sam, as it was a talk at TEDx, you might not be able to use that. Some conference organizers don't let you do a heavy promotion slide at the end, but I would end with a question to get people thinking about your presentation after they've left the conference room, or even when they're just before they go to sleep at night. They might be mulling over that question or that idea that you left them within the presentation. So just to give you the final overview of what the deck looks like, and I will delete the intro so you can see it all in situ, but this was the deck. And again, I like to use different colors to break up different sections so that it's engaging on the eye. We're not just seeing the same colors on every single slide and a homogeneous deck. We want to make it vibrant, exciting, engaging, and I wanted this to mirror Sam as a speaker because she's so powerful. If you've ever seen her present, she is an amazing speaker and so entertaining. I think she could be a stand-up comic. She's got the delivery and the quips and the timing for her phrasing to be a great stand-up comic as well. I think she could do it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this presentation design, let me know what you thought about it. I will be back again for another episode of Deck Diaries. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you found this video of value. And if you want to create stunning looking presentations to create more impact, you can check out some of my templates, toolkits and guides, which are available on iliapresents.gumroad.com. I have some free ones available, as well as some PDFs and templates that you can use to make your presentations look stunning. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again next time.